is it 193 today?
Yes.
Reaching closer to that 200.
Man, we almost at 200, which is incredible. The fact that we hadn't beat each other up over this period of time to do 200 episodes. And this might be the first episode this early in the morning.
Is it?
I feel like we did some young, like the older ones when we was at each other's houses.
193. So look at our producer doing production.
I see you working.
Finally working, man.
Yeah. You ain't hot this
TSU
morning.
done did you something right. but we have special guests in the building.
Yes.
And we want to get right into it. I personally met this brother at the Turkey Leg Hut festival that we had. Okay. That Brother Lynn let us be a part of.
Yeah.
And he told me, he was like, man, you need to meet the good brother Moses. I had already been by Sweet Lips before, but I had never met the proprietor and now proprietors of the space. You know, like we getting an exclusive this morning because he had messaged me and he was like, you know what? Every time I'm always out in front, but in reality, there is some brains behind the operation as well. So please introduce yourselves to the audience. This will be seen by quite a bit of people in Houston, but we've got a national audience as well. And they always love when they come to Houston, where should we go? What are some things that we should do? Where should we tap in at? And we know we want to introduce our audience to you all as well. So please give yourself an introduction.
My name is Janelle Moses Stryker. This is my lovely wife,
Latoya Stryker.
Awesome. We are the owners and proprietors of Sweet Lips Cigars, one of the dopest, flyest cigar lounges in the city of Houston, Texas. We are very excited to be a part of the community and part of the city. We've been at the location now for 3 years.
Okay. Now, where are you originally from, brother? Because I pick up an accent.
I'm from Queens, man.
From Queens. Okay,
Queens,
that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
all right,
Queens.
so we got to ask you right now, who's your favorite rapper? Go ahead.
Come on, man.
Nasty Nas.
Nah, it used to be Nas for a while, but it's actually Hov, man.
Come on, man. I like this brother a whole lot.
He got
Look, you already got it turned up at 9 in the morning.
Hov, Raekwon, AZ, the list goes on.
AZ, yeah. See, we ain't heard anyone say AZ in here.
AZ. Come on, man. Yeah.
Oh, we got to talk about that. Now, Latoya, are you a Houstonian or are you from the East Coast as well?
No, I'm a Houstonian.
Okay, Houstonian. So now let's get to y'all origin story and how you got started and then in the cigar business, which sometimes has barriers to entry for people that look like us.
Of course.
So I just want to hear how you all got started and then we'll, go into Sweet Lips as we go along. Whoever wants to start.
I've always smoked cigars. I've been smoking cigars now for probably, I'm 40 now, probably like 20 years.
Finally, someone my age. We got these youngsters on the pod.
I'm about to be 39. I don't know what.
You're still under 40. When you hit 40, it's different.
It's a different
It's
vibe,
different when
right?
you hit 40.
Well, I've been smoking cigars, man, for about 20 years, man, and I've always smoked cigars. When Latoya and I started dating, I've always smoked cigars, and she kind of got into it a little bit, trying cigars a little bit here and there, just whenever we was out dating or having a good time. And believe it or not, man, the whole Sweet Lips thing was her idea.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking about opening up a cigar lounge or doing anything with cigars. I used to own a trucking business for like 7 years or so. And one day she and I was in, I used to have a membership at a cigar lounge not far from us. And I would always go by there and pick up products. And one day, what was in there, she asked me, is there a cigar that geared towards women? And I was like, no. And a few weeks later, she went into her bag and she came up with this whole idea with Sweet Lips. She came up with the logo, the name. I think the first logo had like a lady smoking a cigar or something.
Yeah, it was like a lady. It was just lips with a cigar.
Yeah.
And you came up with the catchphrase also?
Well, we did that together.
Yeah, that's a dope catchphrase. I really like that.
Because at first it was every puff is a kiss, right, babe?
Yeah.
And then we were brainstorming, trying to figure out like a catchy phrase, like a logo, something just when people see Sweet Lips, they think of that or they hear that.
So the logo now is actually the guy who designed the logo. I actually took a picture of Latoya's face, and I told him to draw it as her lips. So the logo now is kind of her lips, actually.
Okay.
And,
I mean, we can't even celebrate the logo anymore now.
Because what I'm saying is, that there wasn't spaces for women.
Exactly.
Most cigar shops and most cigar lounges are very masculine, and it's very unwanted to women is not really receptive to a lot of women. So when she came up with the idea, we used to do little pop-up shops all throughout the city. And that's how we met our brother Lynn.
Yeah.
You know, and
Shout out to Lynn.
One of the first ones to give us the opportunity, 6-7 years ago. And we've been rocking ever since, man. But overall, LaToya, Sweet Lips is actually her idea, her
Okay.
baby.
Wow.
I was just a quarterback, man. I just ran with it.
Of course. That's how that's how
That's brilliant.
the perfect partnership of a marriage works. You know, sometimes you'll have I use things like one person is like your igniter. They get something started. And then the other person is like your stabilizer. They make sure that things go the way they're supposed to. And I can kind of see that in the way y'all are talking now. But let's talk about like why the area you're in. Like a lot of people don't understand OST.
Yeah.
And what's been happening on OST, because it's been a real big change from when I moved here almost 6 years ago now. OST is really blown back up again. You got the Foot Locker at the start right at 288. You got the address right there. If you go down more, they've started to build more in the commercial space, and then out by y'all near Riverside Terrace, that whole strip center used to be blank.
Yeah.
Y'all may have been the first ones or close to.
Yeah, it was actually one
I think
of
we were one of the first
the first or third ones in that plaza. Yeah.
So why that area then?
Oh, you can.
You know what, man? For me, I'm very I hate to use the word pro-black, but
No, you can use it on this pod for sure.
I'm very conscious about what's happening within our community. Like LaToya and I live further to the north side of town, so we're close to the Woodlands area, and we could have opened up that store there and did very well. You know, it's a very, very successful areas, a lot of successful people in those areas. But one of the things within our community is that we don't have spaces like this in our communities. You know what I mean? Our community is being gentrified a lot. They actually built a $26 million park in Third Ward, 5 years ago, off of Elgin and used to be Darling. And the moment that park got there, I knew something was going to happen that was going to change the community for a whole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you have people who's been living in that community for 30, 40 years. They was paying $2,000 in taxes. Now the taxes is $9,000. They can't afford to live there, so they have to move out. And now you have other people moving within our community. We have to start preserving our communities unapologetically. And I think that's why we did Sweet Lips Cigars in that community.
Yeah, I like that because that whole area, to your point, has changed a lot because you got Wing Quarter and stuff across from you.
Black owned.
What's the barbecue spot?
Raised,
Black owned. Y'all, and then the whole strip center that y'all in, I'd imagine most of those are Black owned businesses.
Yeah, the liquor store, the decoration, everything's Black on that entire strip.
It used to be all Black owned. We just got
the
crooked store and the pet store.
So just a few, but it's still very
Majority.
well supported by our people in what we doing. Okay,
Correct.
So we need a little cigar 101 now because anybody. I'm not personally a cigar smoker. I need to get into it though. I do. I definitely
it's very relaxing.
I need to. So
I
go ahead.
need to learn how to do the V cut.
Yeah, I mean it's just based on preferences, you know.
Yeah, I like the V cut.
Yeah.
What do we mean? What's the differences? Because there are gonna be some people out here who have never touched a cigar in their life. They probably only been smoking Black and Miles. So tell them like some basics that we need to know.
Well, to me, for me, the V cut is just the pull is a little smoother.
Yep.
For me.
Okay. And what other types of cuts are there other than the V cut?
So you have the straight cut, your punch, and your wedge cut. Everybody call it the V cut, but it's not the proper name.
Oh, my bad.
The proper name is wedge cut. Okay.
He learning. That's
the V cut was something. The V cut was something that started in within Black circles, you know, because it looks like a V once you cut it, but it's actually properly supposed to be a wedge cut. So you have your punch cut, which allows a little bit of limited amount of smoke for you to taste the cigar a little bit more. You have your wedge cut, which everybody call a V, kind of allows you to a higher amount of pull. You have your straight cut, which I like the most because you get more smoke. Cigar smoking is not about inhaling, right? It's like drinking wine. You remember back, so you let the smoke sit in your palate and you blow it out. It just relaxes your lower chakras.
See, I never. That's probably why I didn't like it the first time.
Beautiful thing, right?
I was pulling it like I would
inhaling.
Like another substance.
Yeah.
And I was doing it wrong, I'm sure.
It's probably used with those other type of lounges. What are they? What do you call them?
Speakeasies.
No. The people. That's not us.
Oh, I was at a lounge with some white Nubian kings and queens.
That's what I was trying to get at.
I call all white people Nubian kings and queens because I say we originated from Africa. So everybody is from us.
And you talking to a man named Moses. And so if you want to jump him, we here for you.
I mean, that's a good analogy. I mean, everybody comes from us.
Everybody come from us.
We are the originators of everything else. And I think it's time that we really start walking into that.
I will never call him that.
You know what I mean? I won't.
Same. I won't.
I won't. Because you must understand, man, all jokes aside, it's 2022 and foundational Black Americans in this country only own 1/2 of 1% of this nation's wealth, man.
Exactly.
We haven't moved not one step forward since 1864.
We've actually went back some.
That's with all the Black folks who got money and doing very well. So these spaces is very important. These conversations are very important. Showcasing other people within our community who's doing constructive work is very important. Man, I've been following you guys now for a while and watching the growth and where you guys are taking
we
this
appreciate
thing
it.
to.
Thank you, brother.
So just having us here is very important. You know what I mean? I think that we have to be constructive most of the times. I mean, a lot of times when I'm on social media, I see a lot of us playing and shucking and jiving, and it's cool. But other people can do that because they're winning. We don't have the luxury to continue to play. So I think for me, I just think that what you guys are doing and what we're doing is moving in the right direction. Of course. My apologies.
No. So what would you say then? Because that opens up a good conversation. I didn't even think we would get there.
Of course.
Which is good. So there's different communities, I guess you would say, from the Black community. You got the group that would say, let's go integrate as much as we can. Let's go get involved. We need to be a part of the social construct that was given to us. Or we've got the community that would say, we need to be building together. We need to be working together and building our own power separate of those communities. What would you say about that?
So for me, it's just two things that I kind of live by. If you don't know your past, your future and your present become a gray area. Okay. So we have to kind of sit in that for a minute. Every other group in this country came off the backs of foundational Black Americans. We built this country, brother. Our people enslaved, work hard. So the problem I see is that we always use the minority word a lot. But other groups don't work with Black folks. Asians come to this country, they live in our communities, they have businesses in our communities. They don't pull nothing back into our communities. They go into their own communities. Look up Fountain and Bel Air. They're not working with us. I mean, we can say what we want to say. Hispanics have their own community. Go to airline, whatever. They are not working with us. We sociable. We are the only people who want to work across the board.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that, but we have to start preserving our own. You know what I mean? Like what happened with Turkey Leg when it was trying to get kicked out.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
We rally around those businesses and try to protect our communities. We have to start doing that. So that's all I'm saying. You can do what you want, but the writing is on the wall, and we have to start being constructive going forward. That whatever we do now, we have to start looking at,
how can we do it together?
My mom is from Nigeria, B. They don't see themselves as us.
They don't. I would agree.
I mean, we have to be honest. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
My mother is from Nigeria, and I was born here. My mother's from Nigeria. They call us Akatas. They don't see themselves as us. I mean, so we can say what we want to say. Foundational Black Americans have to start working across the board with foundational Black Americans, unapologetically. That's politically, we have to vote for people who can give us tangibles. The benign neglect policy is over. We can't vote for you and just to make us feel good, but we get nothing in return. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, some people would say, though, that voting doesn't accomplish anything.
It doesn't. I mean, politics is about money.
It is about resources.
You know what I mean? I mean, a common example, Barack Obama was in office for 8 years, and he did nothing specifically for Black people. We have to be honest about that. He did things for Hispanics. Why? Because they raised money for his campaign. Eva Longoria and other business owners in California raised $2.5 million for Barack Obama. He did specific things for them. I mean, everybody else get tangibles but us. I mean, look what's happening when we was talking about the Asian hate crimes. There were bills and got money set aside for them.
In a week.
We've been here dying for years. You know what I mean? Look what happened in Buffalo Saturday with those people getting killed by that suspected white supremacist. Not a suspected now. He was a white supremacist, and we get no set asides. I mean, we've been talking about reparations for years. We get nothing. So enough of that. You know what I mean? That's just my concept, and that's just my mindset.
This brother don't. He rises when he gets up. He stay woke.
No, I mean,
this brother is woke.
And I would say that.
God damn.
And I would say that this is so these type of conversations are the conversations that, like you mentioned, we do joke a lot. So because we probably lean more towards comedy, but when we have an opportunity to hear a different frame of reference, it's really important for there's a 25-year-old who's watching this,
of course,
and they've seen us, build and grow together as black men, and then from there you bringing your wife on, those are just examples of how our community doesn't have to look the way the media portrays us.
Of course,
sure. Like the stuff that we're doing is outside of the realm, because none of us came from celebrity, none of us came from really any money. Like it's all hard work and building on top of building,
Man, marriage and relationships is hard, you know what I mean? Yeah. Every day we got to move forward, but we're obligated to try to work with each other. Yeah. You can do what you want, man, but we are obligated to work with each other.
Yeah.
That's just my mindset. Whatever you say, you can do what you want. We are obligated to try to work across the board. You know what I mean? Man, I just, you don't have positive relationships of black love and black. We don't have those things. So no matter what you do, get with a black woman, build a black family. I mean, it's just logical. Yeah. Do what you want. But based on paper, that's a good look, man.
Air high five.
We need that, brother. You know what I mean?
He gave you a real one.
We need that, man. We need it.
This is an incredible conversation early.
I'm not mad that I got up at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Now, I know. You see, that's what we said.
Come on, brother. For real.
Nah, no, for real. And
the
fact that you brought your wife with you just shows how there's so much power in connectivity. Because, you speaking that, I can imagine that the conversations around the house are all about, hey, how can we grow the community? How can we grow our consciousness also? So maybe let's let Moses, you take a break for a second. Tell us how are things when, y'all are talking about the business, building things out? Are y'all taking that conscious lens as you're doing that also?
Yes, of course. Well, Moses, we just do it together as a team, and we just cross ideas, and yeah, pretty much what you just said. We just talk about it together as a team in the house.
Okay.
She's the mastermind, man, behind everything. I'm more vocal.
It's kind of like what you said. I'll start it, and then he just run with it.
You gotta have it. You have to. So, and I've said this a lot. You have it, especially in couples. You have to have an igniter like that, because oftentimes you cripple yourself. We heard someone say this yesterday with decision making. You cripple yourself. You never make a decision. You never get past that point to start. So you need someone to ignite. But then you also need that person who, because the igniter isn't going to be your stabilizer. It's very rare that same person can start something and keep it going as good as it needs to go. Yeah. That's why that marriage, I call it the perfect partnership, because there's an opportunity for you to yin and yang throughout that process.
Yeah, I have no fear, so it don't matter to me. I've been at the lowest, been in jail. I don't did it all, man. I don't have no fear. So whatever she come up with, once my mind is made up, I'm gonna go make it happen. If I gotta get through whoever I gotta get through, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? We didn't know we was gonna open a lounge. We was doing pop-up shops, just setting up on the corner. And man, she did a few, but after that, she was like, it's too hot out here. So that's your thing now. You know what I mean? But we made it happen. We didn't know where we was gonna get the money from. Yeah. One day we woke up and we had the money. No matter who it is, man, we can't have any fear no more. What else can it do to us, man?
For real.
Shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? We can't have no fear, man. So what? I mean, we're gonna make it happen. You know what I mean?
So give us a starter cigar. If someone was gonna start today, we come into Sweet Lips, we're gonna sit down at the bar, we're gonna network, collaborate with people. But if we've never smoked a cigar before, what would you recommend we start with?
I enjoy our house brand Black Cherry,
Okay.
Sweet Lips Black Cherry, and also hazelnut as well. But my
And so would you
favorite's Black
recommend
Cherry.
that for everybody, or would you say that's more of a woman's preference?
No, I can't say. You know what? When we started the flavor cigars, it was more men that purchased our flavors.
Okay.
And then especially men who are just starting off smoking cigars. We had more guys come to the table prefer to buy a box of like our Black Cherry or our hazelnut. So I just think it's a starter cigar. I don't think if it's a woman for a guy or a female.
Okay.
And there's a reason why, to kind of add to Latoya's perspective. Remember back in the day when Moscato came out, everybody in Black society drank Moscato. Remember that?
Yep.
Moscato is actually a dessert wine.
Yep.
And why did wine companies push flavor sweet wines? Because it allows your palate to mature. So now Latoya was drinking Moscato every day for 5-6 years. Now she drink nothing but heavy reds. Your palate starts to reject those things. A lot of time with people who never smoke cigars, they go straight for a Padron or something full body or full tobacco, and it turn them off cigars. I say it's best to start with a flavor preference. And as you smoke it, your palate starts to reject it, and your palate starts to mature. You can move up to different tiers of tobacco. And I think that's where the Sweet Lips Cigars comes in better.
Okay.
Well, I know where I'm taking my wife for our next monthly anniversary date.
Man, you're welcome, brother.
So we're going to be there
by, man.
for sure.
You know
the 12th of June.
Of course.
I don't know which day it is yet, but we'll be there.
I'm coming too to crash y'all day night.
That's what's up.
My lady will come too.
My wife
Stay with a razor blade.
And my wife coming. Why you got a razor blade?
Oh, I just heard you say crash our date. My bad.
Yeah, we're coming to sit at y'all table.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try. Now,
because he from Queens, I was gonna give him $1.50. Ain't that what you call it?
You know about that, man.
Come on, man. We know. My pops from like Far Rockaway originally.
Far Rock.
Yeah.
My brother's from Rochester.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
I don't know what that. I don't know nothing about Rochester.
Nah, yeah, he was out there in Rochester, New York.
Yeah.
okay,
definitely.
so tell us, when I knew we was doing this interview, what is the difference with a Cuban cigar versus just a traditional cigar that maybe you all sell?
I mean, so Cuban cigar is basically perceived value. Okay. Based on the trade embargo with the United States and Cuba, the fact you can get Cuba in America, the value is high. A lot of folks don't realize that most of the rollers who was rolling in Cuba left Cuba years ago. They're in Nicaragua now, Honduras.
Man, that's some game right there.
So those countries are producing great tobacco as well. It's kind of like buying Louis Vuitton compared to something else, basically. Most of these companies get their stuff made cheaply in other small places. I mean, so it's just a perceived value.
Okay.
The fact you can't have it here, I can sell you a Cuban for $50.
That's what I was wondering.
But it doesn't mean that it's better.
Okay.
I personally hate Cuban cigars. And the reason why I don't like them because it's not Cuba. The soil in Cuba doesn't produce a very strong. It's a lot of cedar in Cuban cigars.
Okay.
It's very earthy.
Okay.
Yeah, I like boldness. I like spice. You know, man, I like that in your face. So I like my favorite tobacco to smoke would be your Nicaraguan tobacco, your Senadres, which is your Mexican tobacco. You know, Brazilian tobacco. I like those a lot better than Cuban tobacco.
Okay, so you giving us some stuff to start with too.
Yeah.
Because again, I've never really gotten to cigars, but it's been now like that I see the people that I'm around, that I network with, oftentimes they
smoke a cigar.
We going to smoke, and I golf, and they'll smoke them on the golf course also.
It's a celebration, man. You know, it's nothing like cutting a cigar, lighting it up, little glass of scotch.
It's just real relaxing.
Yep.
I might have to go before the 12th. I ain't gonna lie. I got to get over there.
I had a Cuban on my uncle gave me one for my wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess doing it with everything else, drinking tequila and stuff, it put me on my ass. I felt relaxed, but I was done.
Yeah.
I was suffering.
My favorite Cubans would be the Samuel Bolivar and the Monte Cristo's number 2 series.
Okay.
That's what he gave me. I remember Monte Cristo because I kept thinking of that movie, The Count of Monte Cristo, whatever that is.
Those would be my favorite Cuban. But I mean, a lot of times it's just a perceived value, man. People just hype it up because, you know, you can't get them in America.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so what's next for the power couple with Sweet Lips Cigars? What's happening next?
Man, we ain't even that, brother. We just two people trying to find our way, man.
I feel it.
Nah, you a power couple, man. We gotta let you claim it.
Nah, man, I don't even want that, man.
You don't even want it. Okay. What you want then? What's next?
Man, we just want to keep building and adding on, man. You know what I mean? Moving on, keep moving the chain forward. You know what I mean? You do your part by doing this, showcasing great talent in Black society, and we will just keep pushing the envelope. That's all we want to do.
Moses, Latoya, I want to tell y'all, y'all location is in the neighborhood where I grew up in.
Third Ward.
Yeah, Third Ward, Yellowstone, all of that area. And to see like that strip, like you say, majority owned Black is amazing because it wasn't nothing there for so long. You know, I used to go to McGregor Park all the time and go play basketball with my friends. It was nothing else. So for y'all to be in that area building, and then y'all come on our show and show this Black love, this y'all working together. Me and my lady work together. And what we used to see when we went out of town to LA was other couples of another race working together, and it was no problem. It was like, it was normal for a wife and a husband to be working together. But in our community, it's like, oh, the wife is eating off the man, or the man is eating off the wife, and it's always some type of combativeness there, and that's not the case. It's just y'all building to grow to something great. You know what I mean? And our community sometimes don't understand that. So to see y'all come here and see that's amazing.
But you know, go ahead, Tom.
Thank you, first of all. But it also helped us to really learn one another. With us working together, it helped us build an even stronger relationship with each other.
Sure.
It just taught us a lot of, even though we've been together for 15 years, going into business with each other is like it was just totally different. Like, okay, now I'm learning to see what my husband like, what he don't like, and vice versa. It just helped us learn so much more, and taught us so much more about each other.
And we're still learning
the process.
And you know, but pick it back. So when I first met Toya, I ain't had shit. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm a young Negro from the streets, man. I ain't had nothing, man.
Yeah.
I was trying to find my way, B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't have nothing.
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't be none of this if it wasn't for her.
That's amazing.
So no matter where the life take us, no matter where I disconnect, I ain't leaving her for nobody.
Yeah.
And that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't have nothing, brother.
Yeah.
So a lot of times those other people they come up with that. You know, my mom and dad was married 20, 40 years.
Yeah.
So they come up with that. You know what I mean? My father left when I was 9 or 12. I ain't seen him since.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Our parents been married for 40-something years. So I ain't never seen none of that. You know, so I didn't have nothing, B. I mean, I was a young man, was in and out of jail in New York, went to Rikers Island for a few times, and I didn't have no plan. It wasn't for Toy. I went back to college, man.
So how'd you get to Texas then?
You know what I mean? I came here for college, to be honest with you. And
Okay.
I damn near was up and down trying to make that happen. She was the one who made it possible. So,
Okay.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
I stuck beside you.
Yeah, she's so good.
Stick beside him.
You know, a lot of times you married, you know what I mean?
Married.
You married.
Yeah.
You know, everybody married, and it's probably, I would say, it's the most difficult thing I ever done in my life. And I say that because you have to be selfless to be married.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? I'm just learning that, brother. You know what I mean?
And we're gonna make this a marriage conversation, but the people change. The person that you met at 25 is not the same person at 40. And oftentimes in relationships, people yearn for, I remember when you did this or you did that, when you actually should be evolving with your partner. You all should be updating what a date night looked like from when you were 25 to now at 35, or updating what you're interested in education at 25 that you are at 35, because a lot of the stress, besides the money or what to do with the kids or how are we going to make ends meet, really a lot of it is y'all start thinking differently. And you got to be able to kind of merge that process. So a business is a great way to do it. Sometimes that makes relationships fail though.
Yeah.
Sometimes that'll make people be like, I'm out of there.
That's I just saw that on This Is Us. I watched This Is Us, and Toby and Kate broke up because of that shit.
What is This Is Us?
Y'all watch This Is Us? You don't watch This Is Us?
I never heard.
No, I've never even heard of that.
It's on NBC.
Oh no!
We ain't got that player. We ain't watch
Nigga working, man.
I work too. It's a show. It's just like a big ass show on NBC.
Oh, okay. Our Hispanic brother over here told us white people.
Of course.
But Sterling K. Brown is in it.
Who is that?
Who is that? He a black dude.
We don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know. We're not supporting.
We saw in Sterling K. But we don't know you, brother.
Sterling. Black Panther.
Yeah, he was on Black Panther.
I do know who you talking about, but I know
he was Michael B. Jordan's dad.
On Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't know for whatever you talking about.
Yeah, his name. I didn't know that was his name.
Yeah, I ain't know neither until I started. My wife put me on that show. So you know how you talk about your wife. She put me on a lot of shit that I watch nowadays.
And you know that's the thing, man. You know, most of the time I always do interviews by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm always, even the Cigar and Scotch series, I wasn't trying to interview nobody.
Yeah.
That was her idea.
Mm.
You know what I mean? She said, yo, you have a lot to say. You should, big folks and talk about it.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? So few months ago, and I hate to bring this up, but we talking, we vibing. And I've always been very firm, hard, all my life, man. I've never buckled for nothing.
Gotcha.
Nobody. I don't care how big you are.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure this
That's
thing
the
out
queens
together,
in you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But recently, man, we went through something spiritual that changed me forever.
Okay.
You know, my wife lost her mother, you know what I mean, a few weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Thank
Our
you.
condolences.
Sure.
And I noticed going through the process, I've always been very firm and very hard, but I learned that she didn't need me to be that hard at the time. She needed me to be a little nurturing and more loving. And I'm learning, man, to understand that, you know what I mean, to try to get around to that place.
Man, that's phenomenal. Like that, and the fact that you would share that on this platform,
No, it's real.
it's big for us.
And
Like,
I think a lot of times people see the power couple. Man, you don't know what the fuck it take to build a marriage, man.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't have a clue, brother. You know what I mean? The distrust you go through, the anger, the pain, the agony. Shit, man. I talked to an old cat a couple of days ago. I was smoking cigars with him. I'm like, yo, man, what's the secret? He said, just yesterday I was telling her I'm out this motherfucker. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But the fact he said, but you just keep pushing every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you learn a lot about people through two reasons, like through grieving, because when you see how people grieve, that gives you more information about them that you would ever have, because it lets you really know like their internal. Because even in a relationship, sometimes you're presenting yourself as your best self for your partner. It's hard to be vulnerable, even in a relationship, because you want
the love doctor.
I've been there. Well, how you think I've been married this long?
Listen, no lie.
How you think I've been married this long?
193 episodes in, I've never heard this nigga speak like this
Because
before.
I got people talking marriage. That's what I've been married.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? And in the other place
flip a switch.
the other place where you learn the most that is like through growth. As you start to ascend and climb, you see what things highlight or excite your partner. So you got to be able to understand, okay, I can do more of that or less of that. And those are really two areas where you learn a lot about your partner. And if you,
Woolery.
I read a lot too, bro. So I'm a reader. Like I go through 4 phases. I try to read 2 books a month. One is usually around like enlightenment or like relationships. And then the other is usually around like finance and like growth, like personal development. And like the most recent book that I've been reading has been around like what you need to do to, and it's more around satisfying the mental side, because all of men, we think physical first, but it's really around the mind and how we talk and interact with our partners that really matters.
See, I'm the opposite. This is why I watch This Is Us.
No one knows what This Is Us
My
is.
wife do, and she liked watching it. He talked about selfless. I started watching the shit with
But
her.
now you're into it. So it ain't selfless no more. It's for you.
But that's how it's supposed to go.
It's how
You know
it
what I'm
be,
saying?
man.
He talked about the cigars and stuff, how she brought it up, and now he took it over. What you just say? What is it?
The lighter.
The stabilizer
Igniter
and
and stabilizer.
Yeah,
Shout out
she
to Kevin
ignited
Shelton.
it,
He
and
was
I'm
the first person that
stabilizing
gave me
it.
that.
Yeah, but even go back to the cigar thing. How you think that even came about? I was smoking cigars. She wasn't. She didn't like the smell. She still don't like the smell now.
So what do y'all do with the smell then?
You know
How does that work? Like, 'cause I know it get on clothes and all that. What's the process? Should I give people a tip there?
Shit, just take your shit off and get in your house. Go shower up, brother. That's it. But you know what I mean? But that sparked because that was a way of subconsciously trying to connect with me.
Exactly.
She didn't realize it, you know what I mean? Yeah. She's not into cigars like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But she came up with this whole plan to do this cigar thing. I'm like, okay. And it took me a while to, actually a buddy of mine, kind of my boy Rich, told me that. He was like, yo, I told you that, man, just to connect with you, brother. You know what I mean?
And now look what it is.
You know what I mean? Now look what
That's crazy.
Become, you know what I mean? And we got to protect that by all costs. You know what I mean? And money don't mean nothing. A lot of folks get caught up into the whole money thing. That don't mean nothing. It don't bring no happiness, brother. You know what I mean? You can buy whatever you want, but it ain't gonna make you happy. You know what I mean? You gotta find that thing within yourself, man. Sweet Lips is not a shop, it's an incubator. You know, where folks can come in and be themselves and talk how they want to talk and learn. And we do chess in there. Everything in there, right? You know what I mean? Everything in there, we have to be, because we do jazz and we you know what I mean? We gotta create that space, man.
Now, Moses, when you say incubator, I'm not the best at.
Of course.
Break that down for me. Break that down.
So
they want to laugh. I'm trying.
No, when you hear incubator, man, incubator is to preserve something, a space that's preserving. You know what I mean? Okay. So when you come in, you'll learn a lot about yourself. You know what I mean? You can network with people across the board. And there was Issa Rae who said the problem with Black society is we want to network up instead of networking across the board. You know what I mean? If my wife didn't know Tammy, if Tammy didn't know Len, that relationship wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? She told Tammy, hey, you know what I mean? Tammy said, oh, by the way, come up there and come sell cigars with Len. When I went up there and met Len, all right, nigga, come sell tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's exactly how he did it too. I know exactly.
You know what I mean? And this is very evident because for the 5 years we was up there, Len didn't take $1 from me.
And also, he also motivated us to where it was days we didn't even want to come up there. And he'll call us, where y'all at? Get out there. I need y'all out here right now.
You know
Get out here.
That's him.
Come on.
That is him.
I've been doing it since we was kids.
He didn't take $1 from me.
Yeah.
I would put him money in the envelope, and my wife was like, yo, make sure you gave him some money. I'll put him money in the envelope every week. I get it from tomorrow, nigga. I get it from tomorrow, nigga.
And that's how he is, too. That's exactly how he is, too.
Yeah, you know I'm going to get it. I'll get it from you in the morning.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly how he is.
I didn't know Lendell like that.
Yeah.
My wife one day was leaving Caddyshack.
Yeah.
And I had to tell this story because a lot of folks don't understand the context relationship takes to build. You know what I mean? They see me and Len and we talking and they don't understand the context that took. Len had went to jail. My wife saw her slim in the car crying or something or whatever. She went and bought some flowers. Remember? You guys looked the flowers. Slim didn't even know me. I'm leaving Turkey. She said, hey, Cigar Man, Len wants to talk to you. She hands me the phone. You know, I'll be home in 2 weeks, nigga. He said, man, give me your email address. I'm going to hit you up. I'm like, all right. He sent me an email a month later. I wrote Len every day, man, for 4 years, brother. Every day. I ain't saying a day went by. We built a relationship, man. So that right there, when folks talk about, oh yeah, this and this, man, they don't understand how mothers take the shirt off their back to make sure everybody else is eating.
Nah, we understand that though. Like we do.
I can give a little quick story. We interviewed them for the first time. That was the first time I ever met him.
Yeah.
The first time I ever been to Turkey Leg Hut. And like during the he was talking about being on vacation. And then I had brought up that my older brother's currently on vacation and whatnot. Yeah. He reaches in his pocket and throws some bread, like, you know, put it on his books. I was floored by it.
I'm sorry. No, please, insist.
I was just saying that's really nice.
I still be put my boy OG just came home. I still put money in dude's books, man.
Exactly.
Folks forget about the context the relationship takes. They get caught up in the money. You know what I mean? Because you see him shining now. I don't care, you park 100 cars up there. He earned that.
He taking 100 to Georgia right now.
I don't care. He earned that, man. He was on the corner selling barbecue. And ain't nobody give a fuck about him.
No, you're right.
He built that. And when we opened up the shop, when I told him what he said to me, you see why I never charge you for nothing, nigga? That was for you to motivate to go get your own shit. That's the kind of context we need in a relationship.
Yeah.
Fuck all that money shit, B. It don't mean nothing. I'm learning that every day I get older. It don't bring no happiness.
It don't mean no happiness. Yeah.
It don't bring nothing. If you ain't got no loyalty and integrity, now I might fall off. People go through little issues or whatever. Even you and your queen might. But man, if you ain't got no integrity, man, these dudes out here ain't got it, B.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Let's because we know we got y'all here early, and I want to make sure that we can give people where they can find you, where you're located at, social media, all that good stuff. And then also, like, do y'all have a membership? Is it a come and go? Like, how does that process work? We want to make sure we get the people actionable, and look into those 2 cameras right there in the middle, because we're gonna give y'all individual shots on this. So whoever wants to get us started.
Okay, so we do not have a membership. It is come and go. We're located at 3932 OST. Go ahead. 3932 Old Spanish Trail, Suite B, 77021. We are not a members lounge. We are open to the public. We are open on Monday through Thursday from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays from 1 to 12 a.m. Sundays from 12 to 10.
Yeah, and I want to get all the fellas there at one time,
of course,
and come through and continue to build, because a part of this process, as you mentioned, and I call it group economics. It's not nothing I came up with. Like, you can just read about how, as you pull your resources together, like the Nation of Islam does this well. Mm-hmm. If you pull your resources together and circulate your dollar more, it gives us more opportunities to be successful. So if I'm going to learn cigars, I'm learning it with my brothers.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that elsewhere. And there are other places that people have tried to tell me, yo, come with us after the golf course to XYZ location, et cetera. I'm not doing that. So just like I've done before on pods where I say I'm making a commitment and we go do that, I want us to make it a commitment, all 4 of us, to go over there and start linking and building, because we could do some networking stuff there.
Yeah.
And because a lot of people come buy our stuff, like come support us. We can do something there, and I think we can really continue to build and circulate that dollar.
Like I said, it's an incubator, man. It's not our shop. We just pay the bills. It's your shop, brother.
That's how I feel about the studio.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's your shop.
I like that.
It's yours, man. We just pay the bill. And
Exactly.
we pay the bills every month. But it's your space to come in there and do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? We have people who want to take pictures in there all the time, do podcasts in there all the time.
Crazy back wall too.
You know what I mean?
Videos, they did a video
shoot. It's open. We don't charge nobody to do nothing. It's open, man. Because for years we've been working like this.
Yep.
This is how black folks operate.
Yep.
Paul's doing well. Fuck Johnny. Fuck everybody else. Everybody else work like this. This can't beat this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this for too long. We need to be like this, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's just how it is. That's across the board. We got to put our egos to the side and really get back to the nucleus of all that. Everybody working together. You know what I mean? I might not always agree with you, but at the end of the day, we get back to the core. You know what I mean? We talk about group economics. Group economics is a spiritual thing.
Exactly.
And the reason why it's not happening collectively, because first black folks collectively have to realize we lost.
Mm-hmm.
We lost the physical war, brother. White folks own all the banks. They own all the land. We work for them. We don't own shit. We lost that.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to focus on the spiritual aspect. We got to get low, you know what I mean? Because shit, they can't get as low as us. So we can connect with the ancestors a little different. You know what I mean? They've won, brother. They beat us physically. Africa shit is dominated by everybody else. I've been there a few times. We don't own nothing over there. So we've lost that war. So the most we accept that, then I can see you as your boom. That's what happened in the 60s, man. We realized, shit, they're kicking our asses. We got to work with each other. We're not doing it now because we feel like I got me $1 million and I got me a nice car. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
That's why we're not doing it. Yeah. You go out 50-15, I got my Louis on, I'm gonna look at you up and down. Nigga ain't nobody. We gotta get away from that sucker shit.
Yeah.
It's scarcity though. Like your mindset, we all are going for the limited resources, like you said, of not owning anything. So if you think in scarcity, like I'm gonna lose something, you'll never succeed. Because if you always think an interaction is gonna be someone is a winner or a loser, then you never win.
We're trying to own that damn property. We don't want to rent no more.
Straight up.
Yeah.
That's our mindset.
Straight up.
Man? I'm trying to get some money to own that bitch. Yeah. We ain't trying to rent no more. We're going to own it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how we're supposed to think. And we got to get away from all that cutting each other down all the time.
Yeah.
It's just not constructive, B. You know what I mean?
All things to all people at all times. That's what I go through.
You said something about this man in front of me. If he ain't there, man, don't do that, man. I don't want to hear that, man.
Straight up.
We ain't gossiping
about that all the time.
man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We ain't
When you talk about
that,
integrity and the morals and stuff like that, that's exactly what I be talking about. Like if I'm in an area and somebody discussing something on like say one of them or somebody, if y'all not there, hey, I don't want to be that person that you feel like you can be comfortable to talk to.
You don't know
about
that man
shit.
like that, man.
Exactly.
So I stay away from it because I know, man, I'll be selling you in the parking lot, man. I know
you're right.
me, man.
You're right.
Because once you take it there,
You're right.
it's whatever,
You're
man.
right.
So if you ain't got nothing to say about that, man, just be quiet, man.
Yep.
We got to get away from that. It's not constructive.
Nah,
It's
I like
not.
that. I like that.
You know what I mean? We go out
like that
somewhere,
a lot.
man. We reach across the board. I see what's up, brother Bone. We got to be like that.
Yeah.
Because you know who that man knows, man.
Mhm.
You don't.
I don't want to never be comfortable. I don't want nobody to feel comfortable enough to be like talking down on somebody and to feel like they can do it with me because I ain't that.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
All right. So before we let y'all go, social media handles again, location again, and maybe give us one thing that we can tip people out on with the cigar game, why it's important for our community to get involved.
Follow us on Instagram at Sweet Lips Cigars, SWEETLIPS, Cigars with an S. We're located at 3932 Old Spanish Trail, Houston, Texas, Suite B. Why is it important to get into cigars? It is not important to get into cigars. Cigars are a leisure thing, but that space is important to this community because it provides an incubator that you can network with people all across the boards. We got doctors, lawyers, senators, all kind of folks come up in that place, man. We got regular brothers trying to do something, all kind of people coming there. So that's why you should visit Sweet Lips Cigars. I don't care if you smoke cigars or not. You ain't got to smoke cigars, but you got to come see that place. And the more you come, the more money we make, the more we can pull back into the community.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, we have to think like that. If you support Sweet Lips Cigars, Moses ain't gonna get the money to go run and go live in the woodlands and buy him a Bentley and say fuck you. We're not doing that.
Yeah, I feel that.
All right, we're gonna buy that property and expand and hire more black people. You know what I mean? And we have to start thinking like that.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
Have you been seeing like the Drake lookalikes and the Dirk lookalikes on social media? No. Okay. Have you ever thought about becoming the Black Thought lookalike from Roots?
You know, everybody say that, man.
Yo, I just noticed that. You do look like Black Thought.
They look Tariq, man. Dog, man.
The whole time
You do look
when
like
he
that,
when you
yeah.
say before you say you was from Queens, I thought you was like probably from Philly or something. Like
Everybody
y'all look
say
like
that,
long
man.
lost twins.
Yeah, you know,
That
see
shit
that
is
now, too.
weird.
You know the whole beard thing. For a while, I tried to do the Muslim thing for a while, man.
Okay.
But you know, that swine, baby, that swine.
Ain't no swine for mine. Ain't no pork on my fork.
You know, man.
You had to
Yeah,
remember.
man. You know, I tried the Muslim thing only because I was in jail. You know what I mean? That's where that happened, bro. You know what I mean? 'Cause shit. Oh, man. Once you get up in there and see niggas getting rocked like that, you say, hey, man, I got to join with somebody.
Somebody.
You really do. Yeah.
So I became Muslim overnight, B. You know what I mean? I went C74, Rikers Island. I became a Muslim. You know what I mean?
Shit.
But after I left it, you know, I tried to do it a little bit, but it was up and down.
Yeah.
You know, because I also realized that I love the Nation of Islam, but it was all about them.
Mm-hmm.
There is some of that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not really reaching out to us, man. If it's like this. You know what I mean? Think I'm an example. I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this, and I'm gonna shut up after this. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad been the face. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was the face of the Nation of Islam. There's been no group in America that have cultivated and galvanized black people to the Nation of Islam. No group. He put Malcolm as the face. A lot of folks didn't realize Malcolm had he mentored Farrakhan. Farrakhan's been the face of the Nation of Islam for 35 years. He's gonna put one brother in the forefront, man. That's Khalid Muhammad. What if Farrakhan dies today? What happens to the nation? Nothing. What happens to the nation?
Yeah, I don't know if they got a succession plan.
We have.
They do.
What I'm saying is we got to start passing the torch, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, I consider myself, I like the doctrines of an Islam.
Straight up.
And that's where the whole beard, so everybody think I look like Tariq, Black Thought. But shit, you know, I practice that shit whenever I can.
Well, look, we gonna let them go. We appreciate y'all coming. Thank you again. Not only did we get information about what they're doing as a part of the Third War Renaissance, because that definitely has been changing, and how we can support what they got going on at Sweet Lips. But we also got a conscious conversation, just a conversation around like marriage, conversation around relationships, business. And then business, how you can leverage that partnership. So I would encourage all y'all, people gonna see this, they gonna want to get information, go hit their DM. You know, message them, come by when you're in Houston. And of course, you can always hit us for more information as well. All right. So, man, y'all, whoever watched the first part of this interview was really in for a treat. We got something we weren't even anticipating.
That's for sure, man.
You know, what went from a cigar conversation went to a lot of different ways. And we appreciate Moses and his wife, LaToya, for pulling up on us. That was dope. So we're going to be sharing that. Y'all will get that information. But of course, we got to get into a few other topics before we get out of here. So, Kendrick Lamar album. What y'all think about T'Challa rapping over Alchemist beats? What y'all think about that?
I only heard like a couple songs.
Just your first impression.
I'm not a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. Like, I'm not against him. I like him when he's featured on shit.
Yeah.
But as far as just like listening to his whole projects, I don't think I've done that since Good Kid, Mad City.
Special album.
That was a very dope album. But like ever since then, he kind of, you know, he goes, like you said, what is it, therapy music, he said? And his way of rapping really doesn't, you know, resonate with me. So I just like him more when he's featured on stuff.
What you think, Don?
Man, I like it. It's not something you have to be in a mood for it. I compare it to Nas. I wasn't a big Nas fan. I had to be in a certain type of mood because everybody was telling me how great Nas was, and I couldn't quite grasp it. Like, what? He too deep.
Yeah.
But it has to be one of those moments where you're sitting, you're chilling, and you listening to this brother words. It's like, oh, I get it. And I think that's the same with Kendrick. But that brother's dope, man.
I mean, the comparison you made was good with Nas because I think Kendrick suffers from he's a dope lyricist, but his music isn't always the best. But that's because sometimes we want to hear the catchy stuff.
That's it.
And I called him T'Challa. I know that's bad to say, but it almost sounds like Black Panther is rapping at me sometimes to like uplift me. And sometimes I don't want to be uplifted.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to hear Beat King. Yeah. And Friends being Diet Gay.
I mean, that's what that's what we're kind of used to. Our ear is kind of used to that. We looking for that catchy beat, you know. And if the song come on and the beat don't hit us right away, we'll skip that.
And that's what a lot of Kendrick music does. Yeah, like you have to be listening for bars. Like, and that's one thing that I've seen. But all in all, I don't like to rate albums. But out of his group of albums, I would say Good Kid, Mad City by far was his best. And then if you consider Section 80. Like, that was dope to me too.
I fuck with Damn heavy. Damn.
See, Damn was that's when he started to get kind of out there for me. Yeah,
because that's the one we had all the Japanese and the King Kong shit.
No, that's I gotta look it up. No, Damn is the one before that.
Yeah, Damn is the one
before that.
Damn got some hits on it.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying though, like the videos and stuff, like what's it called? the visuals.
Okay.
Like he was rapping.
Nah,
and
that was the other joint.
I'm looking it up now. I'm looking it up because that was the other joint. I know what you're talking about though. That was.
And they call that joint a classic. But I never could.
That wasn't the butterfly one.
Yeah, that's To Pimp a Butterfly.
To Pimp a Butterfly is
Yeah.
what you thinking. Damn was after that.
I looked at the thread this morning where they was
Pimp a
like,
Butterfly was 2015.
Yeah.
Damn was 2017.
that's the one though, because they said if you put directors to Kendrick Lamar's albums, they said Spike Lee would have been the Pimp a Butterfly. Quentin Tarantino would have been Damn.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah.
I think they said Coogler would have been Good Kid, Mad City.
I can see that too.
Okay.
And they didn't have this new one. They didn't have no one for that one. And then it was another one that he did. I believe it was I can't think of it.
Section 80?
I mean, but he told a lot of personal stories, and it's like saying that they were accusing his brother of touching him, his two family members who were transgender. He talked about like just being poor and not realizing that like when I got my 20 million, I'm blowing money. Then he saw Baby Keem do the same thing. Like he really. He's really
Baby Keem.
He really tell like that's his last. You could tell that this was his last album on TD.
Yeah,
because he was telling everything.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that, man. That was good. I mean, I think it's a dope album. I got to listen to it more. I'll give it 2 runs.
Got to sit with it.
I got to sit with it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll probably try to sit with it today during the games because that'll give me a chance to listen to something while I'm watching the game.
Gotcha.
That's probably what I'll do. So let's get into the games then, real quick. You got 2 NBA Game 7s today. Legacy's on the line to me personally.
I told y'all Dallas was going to make
Dallas, bro. If Luka win today, Chris Paul legacy is on the line. 4 straight terrible games. And then Luka somehow has gotten stronger these last 3 games.
Luka the done. The second done.
Averaging 35.
This is a bad
like
boy,
12
man.
and 8. What is going on?
That brother
is Luka top 3 in the NBA right now?
I can't do that yet.
Who?
I can't do
Giannis
that.
1.
Giannis, Joel Embiid.
I don't know if I put Joel at 2.
What?
I don't know if I put him at 2.
He had an orbital. Man, if that brother was healthy, man, it would have been a different story. But Joel Embiid and Joe, y'all people be sleeping on Joker. They
I don't.
That boy cold, man.
I would put Joker before Embiid to me.
I wouldn't mind that either.
I said that he was gonna win MVP. I'll always like Joker. I didn't think he was supposed to win MVP this year because of just losing in the first round.
Yeah.
But I did say you can't just like, I wouldn't be shocked. 2,000 points. What was it? 500 rebounds.
1,000 assists, 500 rebounds. Never
Some shit like that.
God,
like that's insane.
Or no, 1,000 rebounds, 500 assists.
Yeah. Like that's insane.
Crazy,
that's insane to have. But as far as Luka, I think you got to put him up there. Like he's literally by himself. There's no superstar on his team. They got rid of his sidekick, who's supposed to be Kristaps Porzingis. He wanted out. They got rid of him.
Yeah.
Bring in Spencer Dinwiddie, who in Washington they said hated him. Like teammates hated him. And he can hoop.
Yeah.
And like he's just doing this shit. He making Jalen Brunson gonna get that bag. Definitely gonna get that bag. I just don't want Chris Paul to lose.
I think Chris Paul, this is his last best chance to me.
Is Scott Foster reffing?
I don't know. I don't know if we got this.
If he's reffing game 7, bro,
it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
It's over for him.
He got to shoot that man.
Yeah.
But I think this is Chris, and that's why I say legacy's on the line, because Luka can, to me, get into that top 3.
Oh, for sure.
You win this series.
And the thing about Luka, he not scared, bro.
No,
he been in these situations before as a team that he not scared. Now, one thing I want to tell, this is for my brother. He said Luka is better than Larry Bird. Okay, we got to relax. Everybody has to relax.
I would agree with that. Yeah, Larry Bird ain't. I mean, Luka's not better than Larry Bird, but he had a chance to be.
Wait a minute.
Is KD better than Larry Bird?
Wait a minute. No. Let me tell you why. Larry Bird won 3 MVPs.
Correct.
In a row. Okay. Larry Bird, if you listen to anybody talk about Larry Bird, he's going to tell you exactly what he's going to do to you. And people say, oh, he's slow. And he's going to... KC, LP, y'all both play sports. Can you imagine telling somebody what you're about to do to them? Oh, and say this. You know what? Today, my right hand ain't working.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what I'm
going
about
to
to
play
say.
with my left hand, and I'm going to give you 40-something.
He had 42
yeah, and do it.
against the Hawks.
And do it. Yeah, you're right. I mean, but Luka has a chance though. Like, where would you put? Okay, let's take, since we're talking white heroes.
Yeah, I'm white.
Where's Dirk at then?
Dirk is at top.
Is Dirk better than Larry Joe?
No. Not to me.
Man, Dirk was cold.
But 3 MVPs in a row.
That's insane.
That's when,
insane,
but that's also when the
People-
league only had like
Dog,
22 teams.
But think about this shit though. He did all that he did, him and Magic, low key, in just a 10-year span.
with a bad back too. Larry had a
Yes,
bad back too. Yeah.
drinking beers in the locker room.
Yeah,
Budweiser.
Buzzwider after the game.
Say, man, you know how hard Budweiser is on your body.
Bro, that's insane, bro.
Man.
That's insane. And then he was out there handling his own. Like if it got
With
to the
blacks.
fisty, if it got to the fisticuffs, if it got to the
different
fisticuffs, he was
though.
throwing them things with people
Dr.
too.
J.
We've had multiple expansions since then. You got to remember, it was a smaller league then, and it wasn't near as talented as it is now.
But
Let's
that's
be
what I'm
honest.
saying though. He used to get offended if they put white people on him.
He did. That is true.
What are you doing? You better sub the black boy back in to hold me. And I'm watching Winning Time. Magic Johnson was having nightmares about this brother.
But Magic also said that a lot of that was embellished on Winning Time. He was
brother,
like,
I don't even know what
look,
embellished
He
is.
said, I never gave an
no.
interview about none of that.
If I was watching myself having multiple orgies,
He wasn't.
just knocking down everything that's walking. And what was crazy, he was down there carpet munching everything he touched.
He was. I mean, on Winning Time, they got Magic looking like
As they got
cocksman.
Mr. Marcus. They got that man like he just missing the little fitted cap.
Yeah, for real.
They had my man like
He
like
should have
Mr.
been smacking
Marcus.
eggs on bras like what's the other
Brian
guy's name?
Pumper.
Brian Pumper.
my
like,
God.
because they did show that Magic basically. If for those of you who had watching Winning Time, Magic is a sex addict.
Dog, if
He's a
look,
sex addict.
for Cookie to stay with him even post, the diagnosis or whatever. If anything is near true to him knocking down her friend
Yeah.
while she was at the door, that's insane.
Yeah.
That man was
That's where
wild.
Magic was like, they're embellishing.
He was like, they doing too much.
Yeah, like he knew better. He didn't mind the orgies, but once it went to his wife's friend, he was
Yeah.
like, I need to put out my own doc.
Yeah. I watched that doc too.
He
It was
put out
good.
his
It
own
was
doc.
good.
So next series though, tonight we got Boston, Milwaukee. So the early game is Boston, Milwaukee. The late game is Phoenix, Dallas. So what do we get? Jason Tatum has a chance to
This is his time.
at least get in the top 10 a league.
He already in the top 10.
He got to be a top 10.
It's close.
Yeah. I say
It's close.
He missed out on all NBA last year just because they put Kyrie in for the 50, 40, 90.
Yeah.
But he should have definitely been in.
But now he can, like, literally, if he win this game, he'll cement himself.
That brother was killing game 6.
Like, dog, did y'all see how
Insane.
bad Giannis traveled?
That
yes.
5-stepper. Yeah,
Dog,
let him
I was
gather
watching it
twice.
live, and I said, yo, they will not call it in the NBA.
And I think
That shit
Giannis
was
is
insane.
cemented to me now after this
Oh,
series.
man, that man's a
Oh, yeah. He was in it from last year.
Yeah, but now, like, you got to validate it. Even if he lose this series, Giannis is the best player in the league to me.
Oh, for sure.
It's unpolished. It doesn't look the best, but he's
giving-
unstoppable.
He's giving you 40.
He's
It's
unstoppable.
coming.
He might get 50 tonight.
I wouldn't
And they
be
still could
surprised.
lose.
Yeah,
They still
definitely.
could lose.
Somebody said they saw, it was like a joke thing, but it was like they saw Giannis at the grocery market getting like 53 avocados or some shit like
I
that.
seen that.
So if you go for a 50 boy, that shit may be true.
I can see it.
I can see him getting 50.
I can see him
for
get 50.
sure. Yeah.
So who y'all got? Let's pick who comes
Boston.
out. You got Boston?
I like Boston.
I like Boston because they're at home.
I got Boston
It's
and
just hard to
Suns.
I got Dallas.
I got Dallas too. I'm riding with Luka.
When I saw what when Luka walked through the locker room and he said, everybody tough when they up, that let me know he been around enough ebonies that he gonna win this game.
I like that. Break us home, baby.
He gonna win this game.
Bring it home for the done.
When I saw that, I was like, you've been around enough Dinwiddie and Brunson to where your Eastern European aggression matches the natural black aggression. Oh, you ready?
I like that right there.
You ready? You ready now? Like, so I'm eager to see Luka win this game today, and I'm gonna support this brother. He's black in my eyes now.
Yo.
Oh my God. See, that's what's the problem. Y'all be inviting them, and then when they do some negligent shit, now you look stupid.
He coming to the barbecue.
For sure.
All right. I want to read this thing, but this will be the last thing we do before we get out of here. I didn't realize how long we had went. So we'll catch up some other topics later.
They do for one. They good. They like us anyway.
Yeah, but still, this is important.
I actually like when we do long episodes.
I want to fit, but analytics say you got to keep it around an hour.
Fuck analytics, cuz.
Okay, there's a brother, and I'm gonna post this picture, and I don't know where my headphone went. I'm mad it's lost. I gotta find it. Okay, this brother posted a picture, and I'm gonna put this in our video. It says, "My wife asked me for a $3,000 purse. Okay, I told her that was a waste of money. She said, no, I can read it. She said, okay, no problem. Later on that week, I took her out to dinner. I see her pull out the $3,000 purse from our walk-in closet. I asked her, where did you get the bag from? She said her work husband got it for her. React.
Well, he should have got the purse. I mean, there's afterpay, quad pay. This brother's dumb.
Zip pay.
You are the dumbest motherfucker. Why you just didn't
affirm?
Exactly. You dumb
shit.
You are dumber than a dodo at this point. You stupid. Especially if she's a good woman to you. That's your wife. Man, you better take them 4 payments in.
My man said afterpay.
Come on,
quad pay, zip pay, Klarna, affirm.
Be smart. Don't be dumb.
But what if it? Okay, let's say they in the process of trying to like buy a crib or something like that. What if it's just not the best purchase?
Man, come on, man. Oh, man.
You got afterpay, zip pay,
I know,
quad pay.
Okay, anybody who's ever tried to like, and I'm not saying this is their situation, but I'm trying to throw them some bail.
Okay.
First, I got to get into the work husband too, because that's wild. Like, work husband, why are you spending 3 bands? Something else is going on. That's more than work husband.
Something.
Yeah, that's more than work husband. But what if they purchase in a house? When you purchase in a house, sometime they tell you can't have large transactions come out of your account.
Yeah.
So what if he was like, yo, we trying to build, we can't do this, and she come home with that? Is that a violation of their trust?
Well, it should be a violation of their trust if she knows that and she asks him for that. You get what I'm saying? So if she knows that he can't make any big purchases or they can't make any big, and she asking for their purse, then that ends that right there.
I mean, the brother in the picture just looks sad.
Definitely.
I mean, he looks like all hope is gone.
That picture should have quad pay around his head.
Afterpay, zip pay, affirm.
That's all you needed, brother.
Klarna.
There you go.
And what are these things?
It's where you could just pay that shit
it's
off.
Like layaway.
Exactly like layaway.
But you get the shit
you get it
immediately. All you gotta do is make one payment. He would have looked like the best man ever.
But instead, his lady is into the arms.
And he making a TikTok about it.
And
nobody in the fucking world would have known this shit.
He did make a full TikTok with his face.
It would have been a story on ABC 13 about a mad husband beating up a coworker before this shit.
Let me tell y'all the kicker of this. Let me tell y'all
the fuck is wrong with this man?
Let me tell y'all the kicker of this though. The side husband used Afterpay.
Oh, I get it. This nigga used Afterpay.
Man, he got Afterpay pumping.
So you saying he didn't drop 3 bands? He dropped the first payment of $99.
Man, come on,
first payment, and he probably did that shit on payday. So it just come out when he get paid.
Look, man, she can take. I'm taking this first $750. Take it. Let me give my work wife a bag, cause that her dumb ass husband.
Now he gonna be knocking them heels off, nigga.
Come on, man.
Stupid ass nigga. Hell's wrong with this dude, man.
Every payment he getting some pussy, man. This $750 is very valid.
Work husbands out there doing
They gonna
dirt.
hey, look, I don't know where they at, but they gonna probably see this episode and take him to Sweet Lips. He getting Sweet Lips for sure. He's incubated that goddamn marriage for sure.
For sure.
Damn, man. Like, so you telling me that the work husband out there know the game? Like, they know the Klarna and the game.
Smart.
Man. Damn,
Zip paid himself right into some punani.
I know, and I know that's why that guy's making that face.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah, that's sad, bro.
He look like Chris Douglas Roberts.
Hey, man.
That brother is
That
sad.
brother gotta come
He
on with
is
it, man.
suffering.
Yeah, he definitely looks like
that
he's
brother
suffering.
is suffering in that picture. This nigga looks upset.
He looks sad,
He
bro.
not even
Like,
making eye contact. He did that sad look away shit like they be on Spike Lee movies.
Oh, my God.
All he missing is that one Denzel tear.
That brother dumb. You dumb bitch. Hey, listen, man.
damn.
You are stupid, man.
You're a dumb.
You are
You
dumb.
are really dumb.
Hey, man.
all right.
God damn it, man.
Before we leave, I think
This episode has been sponsored by Zip Pay, Quad Pay, Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay. God damn. This nigga is suffering.
Affirm. You gotta have good credit for that one.
He needs to reaffirm himself in that marriage because
No,
that
for
brother
sure.
is shit.
Yeah, man. That's tough.
man, before we get out of here,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to leave on a sad news, but we got to spend some time. Maybe this is a Patreon on the white supremacists that are shooting up black people at an alarming rate.
That's great.
Buffalo. I saw the video. Like I didn't want to watch it, but it just kept showing up on the Twitter feed. And there was one scene where the guy, for those who don't know, suspected white. Well, no, he's not suspected at this point.
Stop giving it. That nigga is a white supremacist.
But you have to say that for
No, you don't.
liability reasons. You do, because you can get sued. But so a suspected white supremacist walks into a black populated neighborhood in Buffalo and targets black people. Matter of fact, there's a white dude. He's getting ready to shoot. White dude yells. The suspected white supremacist says, "Oh, I'm sorry," to the white dude, goes and shoots a black woman. I said, man, we got it.
He walked out
and
in handcuffs.
it didn't get shot. It wasn't injured. Hair was still in place. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I got my ass whooped by the police for nothing.
It don't make no sense to me how these people can make it out of these situations alive.
Bro, I had no more comments.
That's just weird to me. So we may spend some additional time with that on Patreon, and we might spend some time on the RICO charges with Gunna and Thug. So the next Patreon that y'all see will have some details around that.
I'm cursing. It's
Because
gonna be a lot
we
of
want to
curse
have
words.
more. There's some more animation required for these
I
topics.
definitely got.
So
I'm letting some stuff fly.
So I mean, I guess we leaving out. I guess to leave out on the note, fellas, make sure the ladies' work husband is not using quad pay to spread your wife's quads.
man, that's what episode 193. Man. We out. What's wrong with you?